Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hey, I wanted to share a little bit or talk about the channel icon. I guess I'm going to put it right here. The channel icon, rather than using my ugly mug, is an hourglass, like an old time sand going through the hourglass type of timing device. And it says it's time to win. I want to talk to you about the symbology of the hourglass. In an hourglass, you don't have a lot of different increments. You simply have all the sand at the bottom of the glass, and it's measured through the you turn it over to where all the sand is at the top of the glass, and then it trickles down into the bottom. And there's an X amount of time for different designs of the hourglass, and some of them may last 3 minutes and some of them may last 5 minutes. It all depends on what it's set for. It's custom set. All right. But at the end of the hourglass going off, typically the thought is time's up. Time is up. You've ran out of time. Like I said, there's a variety of times for hourglasses, set points in the design. But I want to tell you that there's a sense of that in life, that you're running out of time. But I want to tell you, there's two symbologies really in the hourglass, in the channel icon, that I want you to think of. Time has ran out. Time has ran out on excuses. Time has ran out on saying, I'll do it tomorrow. Time has ran out on saying, I should get in better shape. I should get a hold of my eating habits. Time has ran out on deterioration. Time has ran out on incapacitation. Time has ran out on going downhill. Time has ran out on taking the easy way. Sometimes in life, and I mean, this would apply to men and women, but especially men, sometimes you have to intentionally go the hard way. Sometimes you have to intentionally go the hard way. Sometimes you have to go over the mountain. And let me tell you something. Some of our greatest feats in society today, men went through the mountain. Men drilled and bored channels through mountains that trains could go through. Men built dams like the Hoover Dam. How many thousands of men, and many men lost their lives in the building of, I think they call that one of the seven wonders of the world or something like that. Time ran out on taking the easy way, and men did hard things. So when you think about the time in the hourglass and the time that it took you to get in a bad place that you're in right now, and you want to get in a better place, that time is over. You have to cut off. You have to make a cut in the excuses. Make a cut. It's time to make a cut, right? So that's one way that time has ran out. It isn't your time has ran out. As long as you're breathing, you got time to turn things around. But sometimes you have to say, hey, I didn't do it, but that time is over. I'm doing it now. I just didn't realize how bad I was getting, but that time is over now. This is going to be my best time. But I want to tell you something I'm an older man, almost 60 years old. And I have more positive outlook in the future than I don't remember a time in the past I've had this positive an outlook. Because let me tell you why. Man, you get old and you get wiser. And some of the stupidest things you've done in your life, you did in your youth. You ain't doing those stupid things anymore. Some of your motivations in your youth, when you did a good thing, it wasn't really a good motivation. I was just telling a brother today, a lot of the ways I have not always known, well, I'm not 250 anymore. I'm now 175. But I haven't always known being heavy. I was fit. I was in condition. I could run 5K. I could run a half marathon. My body reacted to everything I had trained it to do. But the reason why I trained it to do it was more exterior motivated than it was interior motivated. But in this season of coming back, and I'm telling you, we're going to talk about the comeback story. This season of coming back to who I was, it hasn't been for the same reason. It's been more internally driven. It's been more personally driven. I have no care or concern whatsoever for anybody saying ooh and wow and clapping for me. You know why? I'm clapping for me. You know why? I'm proud of me. You know why? I respect me. There's and self-respect. Respect comes from actions that people can respect. And you know, when you and I, when we gain weight, when we get above our physical capacity, beyond what's normal, we don't respect ourselves anymore, and you know it. And you don't know how much you don't respect yourself until you get out of that condition. Because if you respected yourself, you would do what you need to do to take care of you. You would make that shift, and you wouldn't make excuses. But once you start taking actions in alignment with your own best interests, you respect you. And you don't need an ounce of respect from nobody else. But you know what you get? You get it. Because you've done something that's respectable. Now, that's why I want to tell you, and this is the finale here, and I'm starting to sweat because I'm in my car with my truck off and the AC's off. You know when games are won? You know when some teams play their greatest quarter? You know when some teams score the most points? You know when some people reach to the greatest depths of desire to turn the game around? They've lost period 1, period 2, period 3. Do you know when some teams win? Some teams lost the whole game until the fourth quarter. Well, I want to tell you, for older people and people who are even approaching in your mid-40s and your early 50s, you start to thinking, man, I'm not who I used to be. Let me tell you what, you can win the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter of life can be the best quarter. It surpasses every other quarter you've ever known. And you go out winning rather than going out sitting. You go out a better, you bring more glory to God in the story of your life in the finale than you did in the intro or the trailer of your life. The outro can be better than the intro. So I just wanted to bring that to look at it, those two different diametric opposites. The losing season is over. Excuses over. Taking the easy way over. Lowering your standards is over, because that's what really happened. You lowered your standards. You lowered your expectations. You settled for less. And that hourglass on that version of you as a man or as a woman has ended. It's the expiration date of that version of you. Now you flip that over and you got a whole sands in the hourglass of winning again. Because every one of those grains of sand represents a micro step you're going to take in this season of winning. All right? I hope that inspires you. I hope that encourages you. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what your next step is. Or tell me what your win is. Is it going to walk? Is it going to be bicycling? Is it going to be working on your diet? Tell me when your win is. Well, how many days a week are you going to dedicate to winning again? All right. Till next time, grace and peace.